Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity football contest between the visiting Southeastern Regional Vocational Technical School Hawks and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Today is the home opener for Brookline. They opened with a long road trip. Brookline still searching for that first win of the season. But they've been coming pretty close so far in their results. Opened with a pretty one-sided loss to Oliver Ames, 41-12. But since then, every single one of their losses has come by a difference of 7 points. 35-28 to Newton South, 19-12 to Arlington, and then 27-20 against Framingham last Friday. Now here they are, hoping they can get that first win of the year against the Hawks of Southeastern Regional Vocational Tech. So this should be a fun one. Friday Night Football returns to Brookline, Massachusetts here for the 2022 home opener. The first game here at Parsons for the Warriors football team since Thanksgiving Day last year. And what a memorable Thanksgiving that one was, as Brookline defeated rival Newton North on Thanksgiving for the first time in 10 years. What a great game that was. Those of you who have been following my live streams, you probably saw that game or you've watched it after the fact. It was a fantastic game for Brookline, and they're hoping they can get a victory just the same here today. So without further ado, we got about, actually, I don't know how much time we got on the pregame clock because it's been frozen. So let's try and go through the rosters as quick as we can. You know, it's football, so it's a very large roster. But let's see what we can do. We're going to start with the home team, the Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number for the Warriors, first off, we have a senior co-captain, number 1, Nico Braun. Next up, another senior, number 2, Donnell O'Neill. Another senior, number 3, Cameron Evans. A junior co-captain, number 4, Joshua Karp. A junior, number 5, Andrew Bamberg. A sophomore, number 6, Barry Golden. A senior, number 7, Nate Asfawosin. A sophomore, number 8, Maury Shende Ruiz. A senior, number 10, Charlie Zeifert. A senior co-captain, number 11, Caetano Drinkwater. A sophomore, number 15, Chris Everett. A sophomore, number 17, Eli Trotterman. A sophomore, number 19, Jonathan Diaz. A junior, number 20, Darren Grant. A sophomore, number 21, Anthony Drinkwater. A junior, number 22, Noah Grossman. A senior, number 23, Chris Reuter, or Reuter. A sophomore, number 24, Billy Bamberg. A senior, number 25, Pelayo Harais. A sophomore, number 26, James Krasansky. A sophomore, number 27, Nathan Lopes de Carvalho. A sophomore, number 28, Jaden Hernandez. A sophomore, number 30, Khalil Gamble. A senior, number 32, Kamari Jones. A sophomore, number 33, Wilfred Arias Mendez. A junior, number 34, Mark Tringus. A sophomore, number 35, Mustafa Mohammed. A junior, number 36, Jack Henry. A senior, number 40, Darius Grant. A junior, number 44, Finn Woodman. A sophomore, number 45, Trey Putney. A sophomore, number 50, Jack Jarvis. A junior, number 52, Matteo Casagrande. A sophomore, number 53, Zane Awan Whalen. A junior, number 54, Connor Jernigan. A senior co-captain, number 56, Bora Schlosser. A junior, number 60, Hadrat Mukasa. A junior, number 62, Jack Maloney. A junior, number 64, Feno Galiberta. A sophomore, number 65, Max Badgick. A sophomore, number 66, Bryce Figueredo. A freshman, number 68, Cameron Williams. A sophomore, number 73, Bruno Van III. Or is that Bruno Van Til, I think, actually. A junior, number 75, Isaac Toffel. A junior, number 77, Will Finkley. A junior, number 78, Jesse Thompson. And a junior, number 82, Jamal Isayev. Head coach of the Brookline High football team is Chad Hunt. So the two teams' captains meeting at midfield for the opening coin toss. Looks like Southeastern has won the toss and elected to defer. So that means Brookline will receive the opening kickoff here in the first quarter. And they will be defending from the right side while the Hawks defend from the left. Once again, thank you all for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. If you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I am currently booked to cover all home games for Brookline High football this season, as well as the Thanksgiving Day game at Newton North later in November. But for right now, subscribe to the channel so you can stay on top of all those, and stay tuned for the upcoming live streams. And of course, if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. If I'm pronouncing anyone's names wrong, if you notice any technical difficulties with the stream, the camera is liable to shake, unfortunately, because I had to place it on the bleachers, and the angle might be a little weird just because I had to fit it a certain way out the window. But anything you want to say it in the live chat. But for now, we've got the national anthem. And there we go. That was the playing of our national anthem. Like I was saying, if you enjoy this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Anything you'd like to say, whether it's correcting me on pronunciation of players' names, if I got any bad information, if there's a player out on the field whose number I don't have on the roster I was given, or if you just want to simply say go Brookline or go Southeastern, shout out your favorite player, whatever it may be, I encourage audience participation in the live chat. We are lining up to kick this one away. Back deep for Brookline is going to be number 3, Cameron Evans, and number 20, Darren Grant. Kicking the ball for Southeastern is going to be number 16, Ryan Desmond. Here we go, kick underway. It's an onside kick, recovered instantly by Brookline. Good hands there from number 27, Nathan Lopes de Carvalho. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at around their own 43, maybe 42-yard line. Josh Karp, the quarterback in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snapped Karp, handoff. Looking for room is Grant, and he gets wrapped up and brought down. First to the ball was number 75, Jerry Hale.
Good for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 for the Warriors.
So about a 3-yard gain from number 20, Darren Grant. 2nd and 7 from the 45. Karp again in shotgun, 2 receivers either side. Takes the snap, looking to throw this time. Stepping up in the pocket, scrambling to his left. He's got a block and very close to the first down marker. Gonna be just short of the first. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 1, maybe 2, maybe 1.5 from the opposing 45-yard line. Karp again in shotgun, tighter formation this time. Snap, pitch, going around the edge. He's got the blockers necessary. He's got the first down and a little bit more. Andrew Bamberg. Nice little pitch play for the Warriors. Converts the first down as the Warriors offense is moving. A nice rolling block from number 54, Connor Jernigan. Jernigan, his first year playing football. He is mostly known as a baseball player. Was a big boost to the Warriors offense last spring. And now, providing a boost on the gridiron. 1st and 10 from the opposing 41-yard line. Snapped Karp. He's going to take off on a QB draw. Dive ahead for a short gain.
Josh Karp on the keeper. Play is good for a gain of 3 yards.
Gets 3 yards on the QB keeper there. So it'll be 2nd and 7. No jump on what appeared to be the hard clap there. They send Grant in motion out to the slot. Snap is low. Karp picks it up. Quick throw out to Drinkwater. Drinkwater heading up the left side. He's got room. He shakes out the blockers. Caetano Drinkwater going all the way. Touchdown, Warriors! Caetano Drinkwater getting it done with the yak. And also, hats off to Josh Karp for the read there as Brookline now lines up for the PAT. Jack Jarvis, number 50, lining up to kick this one. Kick is blocked. That's going to be no good. A 38-yard catch and run for the touchdown by Caetano Drinkwater. And again, it all started with a good read by Josh Karp. I don't know what he saw, but you saw he went for the clap there, and then the ball was not snapped. He saw how the defense jumped, and he called an audible, moved Grant out to the slot, directed traffic a little bit before the snap, took the snap, and quickly threw a quick out to Drinkwater, which was probably just meant to go for a first down, but Drinkwater decided to go for the extra credit, shook out a couple of tacklers, and just kept on going. Fans of Brookline football know just how dangerous Caetano Drinkwater can be on the offense, and he's showing it there. Kickoff now coming from Jarvis. This one's a bit of a line drive. It's going to bounce, and it's going to stay in bounds. Picked up by number 2. He's got a long way to run, trying to cut to the middle, found a bit of a hole, and now runs into the pile, and he's going to be stopped at around the 20, maybe just past it. Mackay Gibson on the return there. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hawks. They're going to try and respond as Brookline goes down and scores on their opening possession.
Southeastern will start 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the Hawks' 23-yard line. Out they come, quarterback in shotgun. I can't quite see the jersey number. Send a man in motion. They hand off. Nowhere to go. Wrapped up. Combined efforts of a number of guys, including number 56, the co-captain Bora Schlosser. Also saw number 67, who is not on the roster, and number 77, Will Finkley. So that's going to be a loss of what looks to be about 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Hawks. They send a man in motion again, fake the handoff. Number 12, the quarterback rolling out, throwing. He's got a man wide open. He dropped it! Number 17, Trevor Lodge, was all by himself in his own zip code there, but just could not haul that one in off the catch from the quarterback, number 12, Nick Levine. It'll be 3rd and 11 for the Hawks. And Brookline's got to be careful after a play like that. I mean, the opposing team's not going to give you a drop like that every down. You got to learn from a play like that. So Levine in shotgun. Sends a man in motion, hands off. It's a reverse to number 11, and he's got room to run. Off he goes. Number 11, tight-roping down the sidelines, finally brought down after a huge gain. Brian Breder. That's going to get them into opposing territory. A huge 3rd down conversion for Southeastern. It looked like they were about to go 3 and out after giving up an opening drive touchdown. That could have really swung the momentum Brookline's way, but a huge reversal run by Brian Breeder. Levine in shotgun. They've got a bit of a shotgun flexbone formation as they send a man in motion. Hand off. Looking for the carry is number 27. Stiff arms a man, shaking off multiple tackles, and finally dragged down after a huge gain. That was number 27, Thomas Hustins. That's going to be another first down for the Hawks. He was showing a bit of that beast mode there, just shaking guys off. I mean, Brookline was able to stuff him on the first play of the drive, but that was because they got multiple guys into the backfield with good leverage on him. Play like that shows they're going to need to get a couple of guys on him each handoff if they want to stop him. Handoff to Hustins once again. He goes up the middle, trying to push the pile, gets dragged down. Looks like Finkley grabbed him there. That's going to be a short gain for Hustins. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7 from the opposing 15-yard line. Levine again in that shotgun flex bone. Send him in, a couple guys in motion. Now Levine taking it himself, flag on the play. Levine gets tackled for a short gain. We'll see what the flag does. Wouldn't be surprised if this was an illegal formation of some kind, as multiple players were moving, and indeed, that is going to push the Hawks back 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 12 from the 20. Line to gain is the Brookline 8. And we've got a timeout now called. Once again, thank you all for tuning in here today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, for today's high school varsity football contest between the Southeastern Regional Tech Hawks and the Brookline Warriors. Brookline with their home opener, trying to claim that first win of the year after starting 0-4. The Hawks coming into this one 3-2. They're hoping to stay above 500. Right now, the lead is Brookline 6-0 after the 38-yard catch and run by Caetano Drinkwater. Out of the timeout we come. That will be the first timeout of the first half for Southeastern. Still 2nd and 12 from the 20. They send a man in motion. Give to the motion man. That's number 3. Had a small hole, but ultimately got tripped up by Brookline's number 25, Pelayo Harais. That was number 3, Carl Pierre on the carry. Gains about 5, undoes the damage of the penalty. It's going to make it 3rd and 7 from the Brookline 15. They put the white out on the left side this time. Send Pierre in motion, but this time it's a rollout by Levine. Throws a pass to the flats. He's got his man, and they've got the first down. That pass complete to Hustins. So another huge 3rd down conversion for the Hawks. They are 2 for 2 on 3rd downs in this drive. And they've had a couple of huge conversions. And now it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. as they try to punch it in and tie this game up. 1st and goal. Send Pierre in motion. They give to Hustins. Hustins bursting through a hole, gets tripped up. He's going to be just short. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Found a bit of a hole through the right B gap there, looked like. Looks like they got down to the 1-yard line. Tight formation here, and a flag is thrown.
There's a flag on the play.
And this is against Southeastern.
That penalty is on the Hawks.
So that is going to push them, I think, 5 yards.
2nd and goal from the 6-yard line.
So they're going to be at the 6 now. So another penalty from Southeastern pushes them back. It is now 2nd and goal from the 6. Levine in shotgun, sends Pierre in motion, takes a snap, gives to Pierre. Pierre running to the outside, got a bit of room, diving forward, and he's going to be short. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal. And a flag on the play. Illegal block in the back against Southeastern. So that is going to push them even further back.
It is still 2nd and goal, but now from the Brookline 17-yard line.
And that's going to push them back all the way to the 17. It remains 2nd and goal. So they cannot get a 1st down. It's touchdown or bust, but now about 16 or 17 yards out. Send Pierre in motion, fake the give. Levine rolling out, floats a pass, picked off! Brookline's running it back, going down the sideline. He's got daylight. Here he goes! Nico Braun all the way, coast to coast, touchdown, Warriors! The co-captains getting it done today. First Carp to Drinkwater for the opening score, and then Nico Braun playing his position well, good coverage to make that interception, and he ran it all the way back. Great blocking on the run back by Brookline, giving Braun the opening he needed. What a play. And so that a huge momentum shift in favor of the Warriors. And so we got a bit of a stop so they can correct the game clock. They got to put 16 seconds back on this first quarter clock. 1:50 now left in the first as Jack Jarvis again lines up for the PAT. His kick got blocked on his first attempt. Trying to put this one through. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and that one is straight through this time. All things going Brookline's way, 13-0 late here in the first quarter. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hi. I'm sorry. Is it okay if you guys move down a little bit, just because you might bump against the tripod? Thank you. I think I heard Nico is your grandson. That was a great play he just made. That was awesome. 13-0, the Brookline advantage. And now Jarvis, after making the PAT, lines up for the kickoff for Brookline. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. Here comes the kick. It's a little short, taken off the bounce. Running up the sideline is number 2, gets forced out of bounds at around midfield. Mackay Gibson on the run back. So a fresh set of downs for the Hawks. They've got good field position to work with, and they've got to try and bounce back after a long, hard-earned drive down to that got as close as the Brookline 1-yard line, ended in a pick 6 in the end zone. Levine back in shotgun, same flexbone formation. No motion man, just a quick snap to Levine. Looking, decides to scramble to his left, forced out of bounds by number 54, Jernigan. A nice gain on the play by Levine. And that's actually going to convert the first down as he brings it quickly into Brookline territory. Actually not a first down, just short of the first, looks like by about a yard. So second and about 1 yard to go. Levine in shotgun again. Now sends Pierre in motion, gives to Hustins. Hustins up the middle, gets stood up, but he might have enough for the first anyhow. And he will have the first, limited to a short gain there, but he does get to the yard to gain. So this will be a fresh set of downs for the Hawks at the Brookline 40-yard line. Levine in shotgun once again. This time they've got Breeder out wide. Fakes the handoff to Hustins. Levine rolling out, looking. He's running out of room. He gets wrapped up. Schlosser, the sack. Again, the co-captains coming out to play today for Brookline as Bora Schlosser ends the first quarter with a huge sack. That's going to push him back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the Brookline 45 when we return for the second quarter. So we briefly switch sides here. 13-0, the Brookline advantage. They have come out on fire. A 38-yard catch and run from Caetano Drinkwater off the pass from Joshua Karp. And then a pick 6 of at least 100 yards by Nico Braun. I think he was a few yards in the end zone when he caught that one, so a little longer than 100. And 1 out of 2 on PAT kicks leaves Brookline at 13. So as we get ready to resume the action, the field switched. It is 2nd and 15 from the 45 after the 5-yard sack by Bora Schlosser. They send Pierre in motion. They go for a reverse. Cutting up the middle is Breeder, finally dragged down, but not after gaining a first down for the Hawks. Another huge run on the reverse for Brian Breeder, excuse me. All the way down to the Brookline 28-yard line, a 17-yard run on the reverse by Breeder. They send man in motion, give to number 2. That is Gibson. Gibson gets a short gain up the middle. So Mackay Gibson, his first carry of the day, gets about 3 or 4 yards, looks like. Maybe 5. 4-yard gain actually is what is determined. So that gets him down to the 24-yard line. They send Pierre in motion. They fake the give to Gibson. Levine bouncing to the outside. He's got room, and he's got the first. Fresh set of downs for the Hawks now. 1st and 10, just outside the 10, so they can still gain a first down. This will be 1st and 10 from the 13. They send Pierre in motion. This time give to Pierre, back to Breeder on the reverse. Breeder bouncing to the outside, looking for room. He's got some room, gets forced out of bounds by Drinkwater. Looks like a gain of about 4 maybe. Looks like they're down to about the 9. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Hawks. Man in motion, they give to the motion man, Pierre. Pierre stiff arms a man, going to the outside, finally gets tripped up. Carl Pierre gets them a little closer to the first down marker. This is going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 5 from the Brookline 8.
Looks like they only gave him a yard on that carry after all of that. Was almost brought down behind the line, so he did salvage the play. They send Pierre in motion again. Fake the give. Levine taking it himself. He's got blockers in front of him, trying to barrel to the end zone. We'll see where they mark him down. That is going to convert the first. It's going to be goal to go for the 2nd consecutive drive for the Hawks. And they're going to be down to the 1 for the 2nd time today. Penalties and a pick 6 ultimately undid them on their previous drive. Now the question is, what will they be able to do here? A tight formation. They're in the wishbone instead of the flexbone this time. Levine on the keeper. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks. A 1-yard QB keeper by Nick Levine gets them across the line. They kept it nice and simple this time from the goal line to punch it in and bring this down to a 1-score game. Now number 16, Ryan Desmond, lining up for the PAT. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and straight through the uprights. That'll make it 13-7. 7 minutes, 21 seconds left here in the second quarter. And the Brookline offense is going to be getting the ball for just the second time so far today. That's one thing Brookline has got to be careful about, not leaving their defense out on the field for too long. Yes, this is high school and it's all, for the most part, two-way play regardless. But still, you want to be able to give your defense a break. Desmond back out to kick. Darren Grant and Cam Evans back deep to return for Brookline once again. It was an onside kick last time from Desmond. He's going for an onside kick again. Caught immediately again by Brookline, and they're going to have some good field position. That one recovered, I believe, by number 30, Khalil Gamble. So again, the onside kick does not work out for the Hawks. And so Brookline will get some good field position, 1st and 10 from their own 44. Karp back out at quarterback in shotgun, 2 receivers either side. He's got Darren Grant on his left. Snapped Karp, steps back, looking to throw, still looking, running out of time, scrambling to his left. He's running out of room, manages to barrel ahead for a short gain. He's lucky he wasn't sacked on that play. He had number 4, Leo Mendez, chasing him down from behind. And he manages to salvage the play for a 2-yard gain. As he did not get the look he wanted on that play. Again, 2 receivers either side. This time they've got Grant a little further up. No, they moved him out to the slot, so empty backfield for Karp. Takes the snap, steps back, looking to throw, running out of time, and he gets sacked this time. Mackay Gibson drags him down. So that's going to be a 3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 11. And Brookline has got to execute on their passing routes a little quicker. And the offensive line has got to give Karp more time. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snapped Karp, steps back, throwing over the middle, just out of reach of Donnell O'Neill. Had his man open, just out of reach, and the Warriors are going to be forced to punt. So we're seeing our first punt of the day. Coming out to punt for Brookline is number 33, Wilfred Arias Mendez. Punt goes back. Looks like they're just going to let it go, and it's going to be downed by Evans. The return man, number 7, Jaden Curtis, just let that one go. And so now this will be a fresh 1st and 10 for the Hawks. 5:42 on the clock here in the second quarter. 13-7, the Brookline advantage at the moment. But now 1st and 10 from the Southeastern 28-yard line. Tight formation. They send Pierre in motion. They give to Pierre on the end around. Pierre's got room. Runs to the outside, gets tripped up, and a flag is thrown on the play. It was Cam Evans who tripped him up at the second level. And we'll see what this flag is. This might be coming back. It will be coming back. That is a holding penalty against the Hawks. Penalties proving costly once again for the visitors as they get moved back to what appears to be the 18-yard line abouts. So 1st and 20 as they replay 1st down. Actually 1st and 22 because it was a spot foul. And the hold occurred behind the line. Back to their normal shotgun flex bone. Send a man in motion. That's Breeder. They fake the give to Breeder. Throw out to a wide open man. This time it's caught. Oh, but he fell. A short gain once again. Trevor Lodge wide open. Does not drop it this time and gets a very sizable gain. But he had a lot of real estate in front of him on that play, but he just stumbled after the catch. Couldn't keep it going. That's going to make it 2nd and 7 after the 15-yard gain. They send Pierre in motion, fake the give to Pierre. Levine back to throw, looking, now fires a pass. Nothing there. Lodge was pursued from behind by Braun, but the throw over his head anyway, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Hawks. Ball at the 31-yard line. And a big 3rd down for Southeastern here. They've been highly successful on 3rd down. Send a man in motion. Fake the handoff. Levine looking to throw. Fires a pass to an open Lodge. Overthrows his man. Brookline has gotten very lucky on those passes to Lodge. He's been wide open 3 times today. He's had a drop, an overthrow, and one 15-yard catch that could have gone for a lot more if he hadn't stumbled. They've got to watch out on the back end of those plays because Lodge is, sneaking out to the flats every single time on those plays. This will be 4th and 7, and it will be a punt from Southeastern. Nico Braun back deep for the Warriors to receive this punt. Long snap. Punt is away. It's a shallow one. I don't think that's going to cross midfield. It does not. Brookline going to start their drive in opposing territory this time. And after -1 net yards on their last possession, Brookline will be looking for something a little better from their offense this time, as they start at the opposing 47. .409 on the clock here in the second quarter as Brookline comes out for 1st and 10. 2 receivers on either side of Karp. Takes the snap. Hand off. Grant nowhere to go. He gets wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. A nice tackle by, I believe, number 53 for Southeastern, Zach Pachulis. Looks like a gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 for the Warriors from the 45. Snapped Karp is low. He scoops it up, runs to his right, throws, hits a man. Did he get his feet in bounds? Yes, he did. Caetano Drinkwater. A big first down conversion for the Warriors. Caetano Drinkwater with just 2 catches, but 2 highly impactful catches for the Warriors so far today. Not only is that huge because it moves the ball, but Brookline is about in 4-down territory at this part of the field. Because even if you go 4 and out, at this part of the field at the opposing 37, you're putting the opponent in less than a gift of field position. Snap to Karp, give to Grant. Grant bouncing to the outside. Grant's got some room. Grant shakes off a tackle. Flag is thrown on the play as Grant dives ahead. This one might be coming back. And that is going to be holding on the Warriors. That is going to bring them back. We'll see where the spot of the foul was. Just too bad there for Darren Grant, his first pretty nice run after getting stuffed a couple times. Now they're going to move exactly 10 yards back. Or no, they're only moving 5 yards. Snapped Karp, steps back, looking, running out of room, scrambles. He's got some room to run. Karp across the line. Karp still going. Josh Karp, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Warriors! How about Josh Karp? Just took off. Had some room to run and then shook out one tackler who I think who might have half expected him to just slide, but this is the high school level. Quarterbacks aren't making business decisions down at this level. They're just going to keep going. Josh Karp, a 42-yard QB keeper to the end zone. And a flag on the PAT. And looks like they're going to run it back. And Brookline is going to send out their offensive unit to go for 2. Try and take advantage of the penalty on the Hawks, which moved them about half the distance to the goal. So now Brookline going to try for 2. Tight formation for Brookline. Snap, Karp on the keeper, tries to push it ahead, does not make it. So the 2-pointer is no good. Brookline tried to get aggressive off of the penalty. If they had declined the penalty, it would have been a successful PAT by Jarvis. So Brookline tried to go for an extra point, and instead they lose a point. Those are the chances you take. 19-7, the Brookline lead with 2:56 left in the second quarter. Brookline coming through with some really big chunk plays for the scores. The shortest score they've had so far today was 38 yards. you compare that with the Hawks, who have been, slowly and methodically working their way down the field, and their one score has come from 1 yard out. Jarvis back out to kick this one away. This one goes back. It's taken by number 7. He's got a hole to run through. Shakes off a tackle, still going. Finally forced out of bounds is Jaden Curtis as he gets it out to about midfield. The return game has been very strong for the Hawks tonight, as they've given themselves some pretty good field position off of the kickoffs. They're actually going to start in Brookline territory at the Warrior 49. Levine back out in, shotgun. He's got Hustons behind him. Snap, no motion. Levine back to throw. Floats one up down the right side. It's caught, and the man's taking off. That's Breeder to the end zone. Did he cross the plane? No touchdown signal. But Brian Breeder, a beautiful catch off a drop in the bucket throw from Nick Levine. Right after I said they've been slowly, methodically moving their way down the field, they go for a chunk play. And so now, with 2:31 on the clock and a timeout called by the Hawks, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. Absolutely wild situation. And what a wild game we have had so far. Once again, thank you for tuning in tonight. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, for tonight's varsity high school football contest between Brookline and Southeastern Regional Tech. 19-7 is the Brookline lead, but Southeastern knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 2 off a huge catch by Brian Breeder. Once again, if you're enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I'm going to have all Brookline Warrior football home games and the Thanksgiving Day game this fall, so be sure to stay tuned for those. Subscribing to the channel can help, and if there's anything you'd like to say it in the live chat. We've had a couple of comments in the live chat already, but if there's anything you'd like to say about the game, about the stream, about anything, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. But here we go. Big play here. 1st and goal from the 2. Levine takes the snap, fakes the give, bouncing to the outside and walking in for the touchdown. Nick Levine, his 2nd QB keeper score of the night. This one from 2 yards out. And with 2:27 to go here in the 2nd, this is now a 1-score game, lining up to make it 5. Snap, bad snap! Bad snap, chasing after it, and he is scrambling wildly, gets a pass away, but I think they say it landed in the dirt anyhow. No good by Ryan Desmond off of the bad snap. And so that is going to keep it a 6-point game. and it'll be 19-13. So 3 of the 5 touchdowns scored between the two teams so far today have wound up just being 6. We've only had 2 7-point touchdowns, as the PATs have just been a wild variety of outcomes. Evans and Grant once again back deep to return for Brookline as Desmond comes out to kick this one away. .227 on the clock. You know both teams want a chance to get a score on the board before we go into half. Short squibbing kick, high bounce, and finally scooped up by Grant, and he gets pile driven immediately. Did good to pick that one up, not make it any tougher than it was. Probably the best kickoff for the Hawks so far today, as Brookline is going to now have 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. The worst starting position they've had all game today. 2:22 on the clock. Karp in shotgun, relatively tight formation for Brookline. Snapped, Karp steps back, looking, scrambling. Karp fakes out one man, keeps running, bouncing to the outside, and gets out of bounds after gaining the 1st down. That will temporarily stop the clock at 2:13 as they move the chains. Another huge run from Karp, who had a 42-yard touchdown scamper last possession. He now gives his team a fresh set of downs at their own 43. Snapped, Karp steps back, looking, scrambling again, running out to his left. He's got some room, and again diving ahead. And he's got the 1st once again. Clock stops at 2:01 as Karp taking the Warriors down the field himself. Clock now running again. And it looks like a timeout is going to be called by the Hawks. That'll be their 3rd timeout of the half. So the Hawks out of timeouts. 1:50 to go here in the 2nd. And Brookline has got the ball moving. Even if that is the last timeout of the half, I can understand the Southeastern coach calling time in that scenario. You know, just trying to slow the momentum of the Brookline offense. So Josh Karp, 3 of the last 4 plays from scrimmage, has gone for at least 10 yards on the run. The only exception, of course, being that failed 2-point conversion. (19-13) is the Warriors' lead. Brookline trying to go back up by 2 scores before the half.
From the Southeastern 48-yard line.
Out of the timeout we come. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left of Karp, and he's got Darren Grant, the running back, on his left. Snapped, Karp steps back, looking, quick throw, cannot be hauled in by O'Neal. So that will be an incomplete pass. That will stop the clock. Second time he has just barely overthrown O'Neal, and second time it's bounced off his hands. 1:44 on the clock here in the second quarter, 2nd and 10. Snapped Karp, steps back, floats one down the field, just out of the reach of O'Neal. Flag on the play, however. Holding on the offense. So that is going to move the Warriors back. We will replay second down. But now the Warriors in much worse field position. We'll see whereabouts they spot it. Well, looks like this one's going to be pushing them way back. Looks like we're going all the way back to the 37. So it'll be 2nd and 25. Snap to Karp, steps back, throwing the deep ball again. Oh, just barely not caught. Drinkwater almost swooped in and took away an interception for a huge gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 25 to go for the Warriors. It's 15 yards back to where they started this set of downs at the opposing 48. Timeout now called by Brookline with 1:29 on the clock. Brookline's taken a couple of deep shots down the field. Just haven't hit on any of them yet. They've been close, just not quite. And Drinkwater really bailed out Karp on that play. I mean, that was a deep throw into like double coverage, and I couldn't tell whether it was intended for Drinkwater or I think Cameron Evans was also in the vicinity. So a big play coming up for Brookline with how far they've been pushed back. And an unsuccessful conversion will force them to punt. Third down and 25 from the 37-yard line. Three receivers to the right, one to the left of Karp. Takes the snap. They go for a draw play. Darren Grant taking off, a flag on the play as he gets a huge gain. And this one might be coming back again. Holding on the Warriors again, and that is catastrophic. They fool the Southeastern defense with a run play to gain a huge chunk of yards, perhaps getting into going for it territory. Instead, they get moved even further back. 10 more yards back to the 27. This will make it 3rd and 35. Snap. They give to Grant again. Not much room this time. He gets wrapped up. And so the Warriors will be forced to punt here. Southeastern has no timeouts left, so Brookline's going to let the clock run down as far as they can before punting this one away. Was a gain of about 2 from Grant, so this will be 4th and 33. And now a timeout called by the Warriors. That is their second of the half. That one was just to let the play clock run down as far as it could. That leaves 16 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. As now, after the offense was not able to put some points on the board, they're just trying to run out the clock and go into the break. The Hawks will be receiving the second half kickoff after halftime. So right now, Brookline just trying to hold on to their one-score lead, 19-13. Coming
out of the timeout. 4th and 36 for the Warriors. Setting up to punt, number 33, Mayfield-Sheehan. Team to return for the Hawks.
So back to punt once again is Arias Mendez. Curtis back to return the punt. Looks like he's going to call for a fair catch and back off as it bounces along. And Brookline's just going to watch it as that kills more clock. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hawks with just 5 seconds left in the half. So this here is going to be the last play of the half. We'll see if Southeastern tries to make something out of this last play. They come out of the huddle in their usual flexbone formation. Snap to Levine, steps back. He's looking to throw. He's trying to make something. Levine's just going to take off and run. And he fumbled the football. Oh, my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Off and running. Drinkwater. Touchdown. Warriors. Wait, what is the signal? It looked like they were signaling down at some point. Are they saying Drinkwater stepped out of bounds? What are they saying? Oh, it's an illegal block in the back on the Warriors. So that is going to take back the touchdown return, and that is going to end the half. So what a wild way. Drinkwater almost scoring for the second time today and scoring on defense. What an insane play that would have been. Levine got severely bailed out by that penalty. As going off up for that QB keeper, he wasn't even hit. He just dropped it. It was wild. So that's going to send us into halftime, folks. The score at half, the Brookline Warriors 19, the Southeastern Regional Tech Hawks 13. During this halftime intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. To date, 81 BHS students have received scholarships from this fund to help them as they build their futures. Your support is crucial to supporting Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442 to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and some of the other grants and initiatives that the Brookline Community Foundation funds to help you make a difference right here in Brookline. And as always, all the information you need about our local charity spotlight is down in the description section below. You can see the URL and phone number I just gave you down in the description section if you want to find out more about the Brookline Community Foundation. And remember, if you're enjoying the broadcast, hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams, subscribe to the channel. And if you got anything to say it in the live chat. We are at half, Brookline 19. Southeastern Regional Tech 13. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'm going to go off the mic for a bit, but I'll be back for the third quarter. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. We're about to get the third quarter underway here in this varsity high school football matchup between the Warriors of Brookline High School and the Hawks of Southeastern Regional Vocational Tech School. 19-13, the current score in favor of Brookline, but a very close back and forth contest where the lead could easily be going the other way or easily be even bigger for Brookline, as both teams have had some missed opportunities to get on the board. Summing up the scoring so far, we had Brookline get on the board on their opening possession on a 38-yard catch and run by Caetano Drinkwater off the pass from Josh Karp. That made it 6-0. The Hawks drove all the way down to the 1-yard line on Brookline's side, but then some penalties pushed them back, and then an interception was thrown in the end zone. It was caught by Brookline's Nico Braun and run all the way from coast to coast for a 100-yard pick six. That made it 13-0 Brookline. The Hawks were able to, after a couple of exchanges of punts, the Hawks were able to drive down the field and punch it in on a 1-yard QB keeper by Nick Levine, and that made it 13-7. Brookline got another big score, a 42-yard score on the ground by their quarterback, Josh Karp. That made it 19-7, but then the Hawks once again drove down the field, and this time finished it on a 2-yard touchdown run by Levine to make it 19-13. And that is where things stand. Brookline almost had another score at the end of the half as Levine, running out the last play of the half, fumbled the football right into the arms of Drinkwater, and he did run it back to the end zone, but there was an illegal block in the back against the Warriors that nullified that score and kept it where it is at 19-13. So like I said, both teams lucky that they're not in a worse position. And who knows what this game is going to give us in the second half after such an exciting first half. Remember, if you're enjoying the live stream, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I've got plenty of Brookline High Warriors games coming up in multiple sports, but that includes all other home games for Warriors football this season, plus the Thanksgiving Day game at Newton North. So be sure to stay tuned for those. Subscribing to the channel can help. And if you got something to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. We've had a number of Hawks fans in the live chat simply saying, "Go Hawks," and you know what? Simple and easy reason to participate in the live chat, and I encourage it. Like I've said, no matter who you're rooting for, if you want to cheer on your favorite team in the live chat, I encourage you to do so. You know, honestly, if you were to ask me keys to the second half for both teams, I'd honestly say it's the same thing. First off, avoid critical mistakes. You know, both teams had some troubles with penalties, pulling back big plays. Both teams, had some miscues that ended up costing them points. So that would be the simple first one. And the other one would be, just try and fine-tune the timing and connection in the passing game, because both teams had some big passing plays nullified by, the quarterback just missing his guy. Levine was starting to improve his connection as he hit a beautiful floater to Brian Breeder to set up his second score from the 2-yard line. And so if that momentum continues, that could be huge for Southeastern, but they've been a very run-heavy offense. So if the passing game starts to open up for them, that's going to be tough on the Brookline defense. Meanwhile, Brookline has had a couple of deep passes that almost went for some big plays, only for Karp to just overthrow his man. So we'll see how these teams adjust here in the second half. Jack Jarvis for Brookline getting ready to kick this one away. Here we go, start of the third quarter. Goes back to Jaden Curtis. Curtis taking off and running. He's got a lane. Curtis breaking through. Curtis has daylight. Jaden Curtis instantly tying the game on the first play of the third quarter. Touchdown Hawks. So instantly on the opening kick return, the Hawks had been having some success on their kick returns before, but this one is huge as they now line up for the extra point. A bad snap prevented them from kicking it last time, as Ryan Desmond lining up to try and make this a 1-point lead for the Hawks. Snap ball down, and they fake it. Levine taking off, and he's tackled around the ankles by Nico Braun. Good penetration by the Brookline blocking unit that forced Levine to try and take that one and run with it. No dice, but that is going to tie the score. A huge play by the Warriors and Nico Braun to prevent the Hawks from taking the lead, but that puts a lot of momentum on Southeastern's side in just one play. 11:47 still on the clock here in the third quarter, and we're all knotted up at 19 apiece. Cam Evans and Darren Grant back deep to kick. So far, we've seen 2 onside kicks and a squib kick from Desmond when kicking off for Southeastern. We'll see what they do this time. And it's a line drive kick, and that's going to bounce out of bounds. And so I believe the Warriors get an option to either make him re-kick it from further back or to just take the ball, I think, at like the 35 or the 40. Looks like the Warriors are going to take it where it bounced out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So Karp back in shotgun, trips to his right, one to his left. Takes the snap, hands off to Grant, bursts up the middle for a short gain. Gains about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 41. Tight formation now for the Warriors. Snapped Karp, steps back, looking to throw, scrambling to his left, still looking, tucking the ball under his arm, cuts up field. A nice gain for Josh Karp, and I believe he's got the first. Josh Karp proving a big threat with his feet so far today. He's had a number of big rushes, including his 42-yard score in the second quarter. Snap. They give it to Bamberg. Bamberg to the outside. Another first down on the reverse to Andrew Bamberg. That's going to be another first down for the Warriors. They've got the ball moving as they are trying to answer right back after the Hawks tied this one up. Fresh first and 10. 3 to the left, 1 to the right of Karp. Snapped Karp, gives to Grant. Grant's got some room to the outside. Darren Grant diving ahead for a huge carry. Another first down for the Warriors. Darren Grant hadn't had a chance to have a big play that counted. He had a couple of them pulled back by holding penalties. And it looks like this one is going to come back as well. I didn't even see the flag thrown. Looks like it was thrown in the second level because it's not that big of a loss. Looks like a loss of about 2 yards. So it'll be first and 12 for the Warriors. Snapped Karp. They give to Grant once again. Bouncing to the outside again. Stepping up field and goes down the sideline for another nice gain. And it looks like this one's going to count. Second and 4. So a 8-yard gain by Grant. They give to Grant, and he gets smushed behind the line. Looks like number 6 and number 50 for Southeastern, Bradley Pierre, and number 50, who is not on my roster, as they push the Warriors back a yard. It'll be 3rd and 5. Karp switching up the play after a signal from the coach, looks like. Snapped Karp, roll out to the left, and he's got tons of room. Karp's just going to take off again. Karp diving through, another huge conversion for the quarterback. Karp was looking for a potential passing option, but they just left him all kinds of real estate to run with the football. Brookline running their play quick. Hand off to Grant. Grant bouncing through. He's got a bit of a hole. Grant diving ahead. Another big gain, and I think that's going to set him up with 1st and goal. Brookline running the hurry up. And looks like they stopped the play. I don't know if that was like an injury stoppage or what, a substitution stoppage for Southeastern, whatever it was. It's going to be first and goal from about the 9. Snapped Karp, hand off to Grant, nowhere to go. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. No gain on the play from Grant. Snapped Karp, steps back, looking, throwing, to the corner. I can't see. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Who caught it? I still can't see. I believe it was Caetano Drinkwater. I could not see the play. I'm sorry we couldn't see that one, as that looks like it was a beautiful fade. That's going to make it 25-19 as Jarvis again lines up for the PAT. And he's going to send that one through. So a big drive for Brookline as they finish with about a 8 or 9 yard touchdown catch by Caetano Drinkwater, his second touchdown of the day. And now we get ready for another kickoff. So Brookline answers right back. Excuse me. Shani, are you able to move over? Yeah, move over. Yeah. 26-19 now, the Brookline lead. It's 7 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Jarvis lining up to kick it off. Or no, they don't have. They have Mendez doing this kickoff. Onside kick, and that's too hard. That's out of bounds. Hawks might take this one where it bounced, or they might ask Brookline to kick again, given how strong their return game has been. Looks like the Hawks are just going to take it where it bounced out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Hawks' 43-yard line as they try and answer Brookline's answer. We've had 2 quick scores so far here in the third. 26-19, the Brookline lead. They send Breeder in motion. They give to Breeder. Breeder bouncing to the outside. He's got some room. Flag is thrown. Forced out of bounds. This one's going to be coming back. And so that is going to be a holding penalty against Southeastern. And that's going to push them way back. From the 43 back to the 30. That's going to make it 2nd and 23. Or 1st and 23, rather, excuse me, as they replay the down.
That penalty was on the Hawks. We'll replay 1st down. 1st and 23 for the Hawks from their own 30-yard line.
Looks like there was a bit of a brief injury scare there on the sideline at the end of that run, but everything seems okay. So 1st and 23 now from the 30 for the Hawks. They send a man in motion, give to the motion man. I believe that's Pierre. He cuts up field. He's got a blocker in front of him. Swooping in and tackling him was Nico Braun. Pierre looked like he was going to go for a lot more yards there, but Braun came in seemingly from out of nowhere to make that tackle. He gets out to the 35, so that is going to make it 2nd and 18 for Southeastern. They send 2 guys in motion. That's going to be a flag every time. Free play for the defense. And this play is not going to count. It was caught by Lodge, but it's coming back as the exact same penalty that cost them at the 1-yard line back in the first quarter. And it's going to cost them here. It's going to send them back the 5 yards that Pierre just gained. And that's going to make it 2nd and 23 once again. So the Hawks, they do run the flexbone offense, which as you've seen means they send one of the guys off the wings in motion into the backfield on every play. But there have been a couple plays where they just got mixed up about which guy was supposed to go in motion. Now they send the wideout in motion. That's Curtis. No motion with the wings. This time it's Levine looking to throw. Levine looking, pointing. Now running out of room. He's running back the other way. Levine's got some room now. He's taking off past the line of scrimmage and gets forced out of bounds after a nice gain on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and still long as they had a long way to go. He gets out to the 39, so it'll be 3rd and 14. .5:24 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. They send a man in motion and another flag. False start on Southeastern. They were sending number 10, Tristan Ortega, in motion. I'm not sure if he was the offending party there. But that's going to bring up 3rd and 19 after the 5-yard pushback. They send Ortega in motion again, fake the give. Levine looking, nowhere to go, scrambling, pointing, fires as he's hit and misses. A flag is thrown. Flag thrown from the secondary. What's that one gonna be? Oh, I think they're calling defensive holding on Brookline. Now, I'm not sure, but I don't think they have automatic first down for defensive holding at high school, but whatever this turns out to be, we'll see. It is holding on the defense. And we're going to replay 3rd down. So there is no automatic first down off of a holding penalty. It's going to move them forward 10 yards, and it's going to now be 3rd and 9. So this set of downs has just been moving all over the place, and now we're basically back where we started, just 1 yard away from the 43-yard line, where the kickoff bounced out of bounds. So we got all the yellow laundry being thrown on this possession. See what they do. A different formation, a spread formation now for the Hawks. Very different. Levine steps back looking to throw, fires across the middle, dropped, and nearly picked off. That went off the chest of Jaden Curtis. And it looks like Curtis is down on the field hurt after that play. This will bring up 4th and 9. But for now, they're checking on Curtis. He's getting up, looking a little hobbled. Appears to be holding his arm or his waist. I couldn't tell. You know, I don't care who you're rooting for. You hope he's okay. You know. This will be 4th and 9 for the Hawks, and they are bringing out the punt unit. So an unfortunate play on multiple levels there on 3rd and 9. As they did not get the first down, and one of their guys got hurt. Nico Braun back deep to receive for Brookline. Snap back. Punt is away from Desmond. Goes through Braun's hands, but he picks it up off the bounce. Now bounces out. He's got some room to run. Braun shakes out another tackle, gets taken down from behind past the 30-yard line. Salvages that play after that. Looked like it might have been a potential touchback and then almost a potential muffed punt. Instead, turns into some decent field position for the Warriors. Nico Braun hustling today for Brookline as he gives them 1st and 10 at their own 30. 4:24 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Brookline leading 26-19. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right of Karp. Snap is low. He gets the handoff to Grant. Grant bouncing to the outside. Grant's got room. Darren Grant going down the sideline. Does the tackler have the angle? No, he doesn't. The officials are going to say actually that number 9 did have just barely the angle to stop Grant, just short of the pylon. Or wait, was that in? I didn't see a touchdown signal, but they're sending out Jack Jarvis to kick the PAT, so that must have been a touchdown. Darren Grant makes it 32-19 as Jarvis goes out for the PAT. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and it's through. What an absolutely insane play that was. Darren Grant, like I said, he's been stuffed on quite a few. He's had a number of big plays come back due to penalties. But on that one, the blocking was clean, the hole was clean, and Grant ran right through it and went high stepping down the sideline. And number 9 gave him a valiant chase, Jaden Fortes, but he could not get the angle. It went right down to the pylon, and Grant just barely got around it. I didn't even see a touchdown signal from the officials, as it seemed like they were still conferring, but ultimately it was a touchdown run. 70 yards for Darren Grant. 70. Because it was 1st and 10 from the 30. Brookline has got Arias Mendez kicking the onside kick again, and it's just going to be fallen on. It was short enough this time, but covered up by number 51, Dillian Schilberg. 33-19, the Warriors lead as they try and capture their first win of the year here at home. 1st and 10 now for the Hawks from their own 49-yard line. Good field position. This game is far from over, folks. We've seen the Hawks come back from a 2-score deficit before in this game. The Warriors cannot rest on their laurels here. They have to keep pressing. Send Ortega in motion. They give to Hustins. Hustins has some room up the middle, and he gets dragged down after a nice gain. That brings it across midfield, and that's going to make it 2nd and 5 from the Brookline 46. I mean, really, all the Hawks need to do is score, and they're back in this game. It's only a 2-score game. So, like I said, Brookline, they can't rest on this. They can't pull back. Ortega in motion. Give to Hustins again. Hustins dives ahead for another short gain. He's going to be just short of the first. Oh, and a fight! Oh, no! Oh, no! And the players being pulled away from each other. The officials sending them back to the sidelines while they confer over what just happened there. Hustins got a short run on the play, and then after the play was over, players just started throwing each other. Looks like they just called the penalty on both sides, and they're going to offset. Looks like Pelayo Harais came off the field, pumping up the crowd after he kind of, threw a guy off of him. I don't know what happened exactly there, but it is going to be 3rd and short for the Hawks as we get back to the football. 3rd and 3 from the 44. They send Ortega in motion, give to, no, it's a take by Levine. Levine gets dragged down from behind. I don't know if he made it. I think that might have been actually Drinkwater that dragged him down. And indeed, Levine was short of the first, so that's going to bring up 4th down and about a yard. A long yard, maybe a yard and a half to gain. Send a man in motion. Fake the give to the motion man. Levine goes up the middle, gets dragged down. Flags are thrown on the tackle. And this might be not just the first down, but a whole lot more. Personal foul. They signaled for roughing the passer, which makes no sense, but I'm guessing they're saying it was something more akin to a horse collar. on the tackle by Will Finkley, because roughing the passer literally does not work when it's past the line of scrimmage and it's not a pass play. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Brookline 25 off of the personal foul against the Warriors. Big break for the Hawks. Can they take advantage? Less than 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. The Hawks trying to get back within one score. Man in motion. They give to the motion man this time. I believe that's Pierre, and Pierre has got daylight. Tripped up, but he gets into the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Hawks. Carl Pierre, a 25-yard rushing touchdown coming off the penalty. They set that one up well. That was the exact same play that they went for the fake and the QB keeper with Levine the play before. So guys were looking for a fake up the middle again, and that gave Pierre a lot of room to the outside. PAT goes no good. And so it'll be an 8-point game, which means if Southeastern scores again, they will need a 2-point conversion in order to knot things up with Brookline. As we now get ready for another kickoff. The home team still in the lead, but the visitors right on their heels. I think I heard someone in the stands say this is the quarter that never ends, and it really has been an absolutely insane third quarter. 2 touchdowns from both teams in this quarter. Remember, this quarter started with a kick return touchdown by Jaden Curtis. Evans and Grant again back deep to return. Desmond again lining up to kick for the Hawks. And this is a short, shallow kick, caught out of the air and downed. Good hands from Brookline's number 44, Finn Woodman. The Brookline hands team has been doing very well on the front lines of the return squad. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 38 to start this drive. Three receivers on the short side on the left, one out wide to the right, snap to Karp. Handoff to Grant. Grant cuts up the middle. Darren Grant taking off again, and he's got a first down. A flag thrown after the play. And I think that's going to be a face mask against Southeastern. And indeed, it's a face mask against the Hawks, so Grant is going to get his team even further into enemy territory. Darren Grant has just suddenly exploded here late in the third quarter. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Hawks' 25-yard line. As the Warriors trying to re-cushion their lead. They've already scored more points than any other game this season. Snap to Karp, gives to Grant, nowhere to go this time, and he gets taken down for a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Number 75, Jerry Hale, made the tackle there. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 9. So a gain of about 1 on the play. Got a brief pause in the action.
2nd and 9 for the Warriors.
And so the clock is just going to run down on the third quarter. And that's going to end the quarter that would not end. 1 quarter left to play in regulation, and it's still anybody's game. The score through 3, the Brookline Warriors 33, the Southeastern Regional Tech Hawks 25. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 24 when we come back for the 4th quarter. All right, 12 more minutes of game time. 2nd and 9 for the Warriors. And we've got a jump. Offsides against Southeastern. That's going to be a 5-yard gain. That's going to bring them down to the 19-yard line and make it 2nd and 4. Tight formation for the Warriors. Snapped Karp. Pitches. Oh, they went for the reverse. Does he have the room? Yes, he does. Just short of the end zone. Forced out of bounds just short of the pylon was Cameron Evans. Or no, not Evans. That was Bamberg. That was Andrew Bamberg. This will be 1st and goal for the Warriors as they try and punch this one in. Karp comes up to center. Snap. He's going to try and take it himself, trying to force his way through. And he's not going to get that one. Second and goal, still at the 1-yard line. Now they're going to play it out of shotgun. Snap, give to Grant. Grant up the middle. Touchdown, Warriors! Darren Grant with his 2nd score of the day from 1 yard out. A big touchdown for the Warriors as they once again go back up 2 scores. This game turning into a track meet just up and down the field as Jarvis lines up for the PAT. Snap, ball down, kick up. Through the uprights. Brookline's now got 40. .11:04 on the clock here in the final quarter. Brookline now leads by 2 scores once again, 40-25. It's absolutely wild. Brookline, up to this point, only had one game where they scored more than 20 points. And now they've got 40 today. As Mendez again lining up to kick this one away. Wilfred Arias Mendez signals another line drive onside kick that again is going to go out of bounds. You can tell that since that kick return touchdown by Curtis to start the second half, Brookline has just been going with these short onside kicks just to guarantee that there's not a big run back by the Hawks. So the Hawks will have 1st and 10 from their own 47. Snap to Levine, gives to Hustins. Hustins runs to the outside, gets dragged down after a short gain. Brookline has definitely been improving their ability to slow down those run plays up the middle, as Hustins limited to 4 yards on that carry. 10.5 minutes left in this one. They send Pierre in motion. They fake the give a couple times. Levine's taking it himself. Levine's got a hole to the outside. Levine going up the sideline and hops out of bounds just before the Brookline 30-yard line. That is going to be a first down run. Give credit to the Hawks. They've used all kinds of misdirection on their run plays. It's old school football they're running, and they have found ways to make it work. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 32. Send a man in motion. They give to Hustins. Hustins cuts up the line, running, stays on his feet, gets wrapped up, refuses to go down, and finally forced out of bounds. Another first down conversion for the Hawks. Looks like they're down to the Brookline 21 after a gain of about 11 on the run by Hustins. Snap to Levine, fakes the give to Hustins, rolling out to his right, looking, throwing, batted at the line by Drinkwater. Caetano Drinkwater has been an absolute beast for the Warriors on both offense and defense today. If not for that block in the back at the end of the first half, he would have 3 touchdowns. Now they send Pierre in motion, give to Pierre. Pierre bouncing to the outside. Stiff arms a player, he's still going. Finally brought down. A Warriors player snuck out with the football, but they said that forward progress was already stopped. Let's see where they spot him. Do they move the chains? Yes. So that is going to set up 1st and goal. The Hawks just inside the 10-yard line. So it's a long goal to go with less than 9 minutes left. The Hawks can get this back to a 1-score game with 7 points. Snap to Levine, give to Hustins. Hustins bounces to the outside. Tackle, does he get across the pylon? Nope, just short. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. So he's a little shorter of the goal than I thought. Send Pierre in motion. Snap is juggled by Levine, and he was down on one knee, which stops the play automatically. A tough lost play for the Hawks that results in a loss of a couple yards. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6 after they lose 3. They send Pierre in motion again. Levine, delayed handoff to Pierre. To the outside, dragged down short of the goal line. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. With less than 7 minutes left. This isn't necessarily the game, but this is a huge play coming up here. Fourth and goal. I think they're still at around the 6, and a timeout is called by the Hawks. We've got a huge play coming up. You know, like I said, not necessarily the game. There are 6 minutes and 18 seconds still on the clock in this one. So even if the Hawks were to miss this one, the Warriors would still have a ways to go to clinch this victory. But a stop here would go a very long way. If the Hawks punch this in, they will need either a PAT or a 2-point conversion to get within 1 score of the Warriors. If they fail, they will stay 2 scores behind. So the result of this play will drastically change the fabric of the rest of this contest. Here we go. 4th and goal. Snap to Levine, he dropped the snap, flag thrown. False start against the Hawks. That false start honestly might have saved them a little bit given how the snap was flubbed. It's going to push them back. Going to push them back, I think, to the 11. So 4th and goal from the 11. One wide out on either side, just one wing, and one back behind Levine. Snap to Levine. Fakes the handoff. Levine running with it to his left. He's got some room to run. He's going to go for the pylon. And he crosses the goal line. A huge play from Nick Levine. His third rushing touchdown of the day. And it looks like the Hawks are going to go for 2 here. This would bring them within 7 if they succeed. If they fail, this stays a 2-score game. The Hawks came through with one big play already just to give themselves this chance. They send Pierre in motion, give to Pierre. Pierre cuts up field, tackled, short. He is short of the goal line. The 2-point conversion is no good. A huge play by the Brookline defense, rebounding from giving up the touchdown on 4th and goal. And it remains a 2-score game, 9 points the lead for the Warriors. 6:05 on the clock. Southeastern likely to go for the onside kick here. I mean, they've been doing a lot of onside kicks all game. And now is a chance where they can get the ball back, because even with 6 minutes left, they are still down 2 scores. They will need a touchdown and a field goal if they are to tie this. So the Warriors showing more of a hands team type front as Desmond gets ready to kick this one away. And he's going to kick it high and short. Caught out of the air by Grant. Grant shakes off one tackle, cannot shake off another. He's going to be tackled. And the Warriors offense will take over. The defense just barely managed to preserve the 2-score lead. But now the onus is on the Brookline offense to make things happen. 1st and 10 from their own 33. 5:59 on the clock. 40-31, the Brookline advantage. Snapped Carp, give to Grant. Grant shakes off the fumble attempt and gets dragged down behind the line. So Brookline trying to eat some clock here with a 2-score lead. But they go nowhere on that play. Snapped Carp, give to Grant. Grant goes up the middle. He's got a bit of room, and he goes for a nice gain. He gains. So it's going to be 3rd and about 3. after a 7-yard gain from Grant, even though for some reason the scoreboard is saying 3rd and 7. Snap to Karp. It's a toss. Taking it around. I think that's Bamberg for the first down. Huge play for the Warriors. That gets them across midfield, and more importantly, it keeps the ball in their possession as they continue to try and run down this clock. Just over 4 minutes left. The Warriors trying to clinch it. 1st and 10 from the Hawks' 48-yard line. Snap to Karp, give to Grant once again. Grant's got some blockers, but goes ahead for a short gain. A hustling tackle by Makai Gibson there. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and about 5 for the Warriors after a gain of 5 by Grant. Darren Grant, who has already rushed for 2 scores today, trying to help the Warriors run out this clock. Just over 3 minutes left. Snap to Karp, give to Grant. Grant gets stuffed. No gain, might have lost a yard or 2 on the tackle by number 6, Bradley Pierre. That is going to push him back 1 yard. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Yes, 3rd and a short 6, I think. So out of this pause in the action, I'm not sure who called the timeout, probably Southeastern. 3 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock. Brookline leading 40-31 in what has been an absolute barn burner of a contest so far today.
Coming out of the timeout. 3rd and 5 for the Warriors. Go White! Go deep!
Snap. Oh, it gets away from Karp. Karp just has to fall on the snap. That's a huge break for the Hawks, as that is going to push the Warriors way back and take very little time off the clock. 4th and about 18 for the Warriors here. Less than 2.5 minutes left. Warriors clinging to a 2-score lead. Timeout now called by Brookline as they get ready to punt this one away. The game's not over yet. It would take a miracle for the Hawks to get this one back. But a touchdown or a field goal gets them back within 1 score. The Brookline defense, which has, at this stage, given up the 3rd most points it's given up all season, is going to be asked to stand tall here at the end. They've had a few big plays here and there. The big pick six by Nico Braun. The big stop on the 2-point conversion that preserved the 2-score lead. And now, Wilfred Arias Mendez punting away Jaden Curtis, who got the explosive scoring started in the second half, back to return. Mendez punts it away. Shallow down the left side. It's going to bounce to about the 30 and go out of bounds. We'll see if they put it at the 30 or the 29. Looks like they're going to put it at the 29. .207 on the clock. The Hawks trying to make a miracle comeback. The Warriors trying to hold on for their first W of the year. Boy, if this isn't what Friday night is all about. Snap to Levine, looking to throw, throws, caught by Curtis. He gets wrapped up by Drinkwater. That's going to convert the first down, get them to about midfield. As they temporarily stop the clock with 2 minutes, but now it's going to keep running. 1st and 10 from midfield now. Off the catch by Jaden Curtis. You could see Cameron Evans was getting ready to jump for that ball, but he could not break it up. Good hands by Curtis. First and 10 again. Snap to Levine. Stepping up, throwing downfield, overthrows his man. The Hawks know they have limited time. They're down to their last minute and a half. Second and 10. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Levine takes the snap, steps back, looks, throws out to the flats to Hustins. Hustins spins around one man, bowls over another, and gets dragged down at around the 45. That is going to be a gain of 5. 3rd and 5 from the Brookline 45. The clock mercilessly running. Just over a minute left. Snap to Levine, steps back, looking, running to his left, still looking, running out of time, fires a pass, picked off! Caetano Drinkwater with the dagger through the heart. How about this game for Caetano Drinkwater? As that one should close the book on this contest. Less than a minute left to play, 47 seconds on the clock, and Brookline takes over at their own 45. Great coverage by Brookline, great pressure that forced Levine to make a bad throw where he really had nowhere to go, and Brookline now in victory formation, and they're going to take a few steps back and take a knee. They'll need to make one more play to end this one. So just victory formation again for the Warriors. Carp takes one more knee. And that is going to end this ball game. The Brookline High Warriors get their first win of 2022. They saved their best for the home opener. They are now 2-0 in their last 2 home games dating back to last Thanksgiving. The final score, Brookline 40, Southeastern 31. I said it before, but what an absolute barn burner. That was a joy to watch. Hats off to both teams, honestly. What an amazing game of football that was. I feel privileged to have been able to be here just to watch it, let alone being allowed to call it. That was spectacular. Let's recap the game real quick. Brookline scored on the opening possession on a 38-yard catch and run by Caetano Drinkwater from the pass from Josh Karp. Then Brookline got another score on a 100-yard pick six from Nico Braun. That made it 13-0. Southeastern drove down the field, and after trading a few punts, Southeastern drove down the field, scored early in the second quarter on a 1-yard QB keeper by Nick Levine. Brookline answered back with another score, a 42-yard rushing touchdown by Josh Karp, made it 19-7. Hawks drove it down again, a 2-yard run by Levine, made it 19-13 going into halftime. Coming out in the second half, the Hawks came out with a bang. Jaden Curtis, a kick return touchdown off the opening kickoff of the second half to immediately tie it up at 19 apiece. But Brookline answered right back, drove down the field, and Karp hit Drinkwater in the corner of the end zone. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see that play on this stream, but what a play it was. Made it 26-19. And then Brookline was able to get another score on a huge 70-yard run by Darren Grant. After forcing the punt, Grant came through with the biggest run of the day, 70 yards for the score. That made it 33-15. 33-19, excuse me. Southeastern came back down the field. They scored again on another keeper by Levine. That made it, that cut the score back down. Brookline able to drive down, get a short touchdown by Darren Grant to again go up by 2 scores. Then it was Levine who ran it in for the third time. I'm losing track of things. That cut it to 9, but they failed to get the 2-point conversion. That made it 40-31. It was still a 2-score game, and then Brookline just held on. I might have missed some scores in there. This game was absolutely bonkers. 71 points between the two teams. You talk about the mystique of Friday Night Lights. This is what it's all about. What an absolute thriller of a game. And what a homecoming for the Brookline Warriors. Their home opener here at Parsons. Their first game since their thrilling victory at Thanksgiving, and they get another thrilling victory. The Warriors improve to 1-4 on the year. The Hawks fall to 3-3. And I just want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. It's been a privilege to bring this to you live from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Remember, if you enjoyed this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. This stream is going to go private after the stream ends, but it should be available to watch once again after the season's over. In the meantime, before we go, be sure to check out the description section of the video for all the information you need about our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation. Find out their website and their phone number so you can go on there. Find out about their scholarship fund for Brookline high school students and all the other great initiatives they have to try and promote opportunity and equity throughout the community here in Brookline. And also, check out the bottom right corner of your screen. You'll see the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sportscasting services that I provide, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team or player. Right below that, my email address, jgms88@gmail.com, if you just want to contact me directly with any questions or requests. And then below that, the URL to my Instagram account, instagram.com/jgms88. Follow me on Instagram to see highlight plays posted from previous live streams. But that's going to do it from Parsons Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. The final score, Brookline 40, Southeastern Regional Tech 31. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good weekend.